Hi friends, in this tutorial you will see how to modify the taskbar. So let's get started. So for that, what we have to do first is we have to right click on the desktop, and after that we have to click on personalize. So once we do that, in here on the left pane you can see that there are lots of options. So I have already created tutorials for the background, colors, lock screen, themes, start. So if you don't know how to use them, you can watch those tutorials on my channel as well. In this tutorial, what I will do is that I will cover the taskbar. So in this one, the first option that we will see in here, you can see is the lock the taskbar. So what it means is that you cannot move it. It doesn't get hidden, or it doesn't go up or down. So if we turn it off, you can see that we get this icon with which we can increase and decrease its size. But if we lock it, now if we hover our mouse on the top of this taskbar, we can see that we don't see that our mouse doesn't get changed, so we cannot move it up or down. The other option in here is that automatically hide the taskbar in desktop mode. So if we turn it on, you can see that our taskbar gets hidden. Now if we bring our mouse down, when we bring our mouse down, then what happens is that the taskbar gets visible, or it appears at the bottom of the screen. But if we move our mouse away, you can see that it disappears again. So if we every time we bring our mouse to the bottom of the screen, the taskbar gets appeared, or it gets displayed. So if I turn it off, by default it is off. I like turning it off because I like seeing the taskbar. This one is a tablet mode. We are not going to cover it in this one. Use small taskbar buttons. So if I turn it on, you can see that my these items in the taskbar, it gets smaller. If what I do in here is that if I turn it off, you can see that it gets bigger. I like it this way. The other one, this is the use peek to preview the desktop. So what it means is that on the right bottom corner in here, you can see that if I hover my mouse over the bottom right corner of the screen beside the notification area, you can see that when I bring my mouse over here, I can see my desktop. However, if I turn it off and if I hover my mouse on here in here, now you can see that I'm not able to see the desktop. So if I turn it on, then I would be able to preview my desktop. If I turn it off, then I won't. By default it is on. I like it on. I think by default it is on. I'm not sure though. The other one, it says replace command prompt with Windows PowerShell. So when I right click on the start menu, notice that in here it says command prompt. So if I click on it, the command prompt gets displayed. Now what I do is that if I turn this on, if I right click on it, now here you can see that Windows PowerShell, it gets appeared instead of the command prompt in here. So if I turn this off now, you can see that there is this command prompt. Default is command prompt. However, we can change it to PowerShell. Microsoft is moving to PowerShell, by the way. They want to do most of the things through PowerShell. Now this one, it says that show badges on taskbar buttons. So if you want to turn on badges, sorry, not badges, badges. So what badges are? These are these small icons that you can see, like 1, 2, 3, like notifications. If you turn them on or off from here, you can see them. So if you turn it off, then you won't be able to see them. If you turn it on, then you will be able to see them. Other than that, there is the taskbar location on the screen. So there is this list. If I select top, you can see that my taskbar, it goes to the top of the screen. However, if I click on right, now you can see that the taskbar goes to the right side of the screen. We can change any side that we want. I like it. I like to have it at the bottom of the screen. Then there is this combined taskbar buttons. So it says default is always hide labels. So then there is when taskbar is full and never. So what it does is that these buttons that you can see on the taskbar, what it does is that it combines them. It hides their labels, and if I don't do that, you can see that it also says their names. What I like is that I like to have these icons always and hide labels. So what it does is that it only shows these labels, not their names. Then there is this notification area. It says select which icons appear on the taskbar. So which options do you see in here? So by default, 3 are on. So there is this volume, network, and power. So it's power, network, volume. However, if I turn, let's say, Microsoft Drive, if I turn it on, now you can see that the Microsoft Drive appears in here. So if I turn it off, it gets disappeared. So this is what you can do, is that select which icons appear on the taskbar. So it shows the icons that you will see on the taskbar. Now, other than that, what you can do is that you can also, let me scroll down. It says that turn system icons on or off. It shows which icons are on or off. By default, you can see that all these are on. Some of them you can see, some of them are in here. However, let's say we want to hide our clock. So in order to do that, what we have to do is that we have to turn it off. So if we turn it on, we can see the clock. If we turn it off, then we won't be able to see the clock. The same goes for volume. So these are different options that we can select. You can select whichever one you want. I like to have it this way. So for you, it depends. So this is it for this tutorial, guys. If you have any questions, suggestions, recommendations, feel free to put it in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.